Hi there everyone and welcome to Tech Ravers. So finally I've had the opportunity to explore Lenovo's take on Valve's Steam Deck, or perhaps their interpretation of Nintendo's Switch console, namely the Lenovo Legion Go. This powerhouse features the same Z1 Extreme CPU as Acer's ROG Ally, but comes with different cooling and a more unique control solution, hence the comparison to the Switch. The question, however, is how well it performs in regular gaming and whether it's something I can recommend or not. Let's find that out now. So what is it that really makes Lenovo's Legion Go worth your attention? Well, first and foremost, it's hard not to talk about the most obvious feature, the massive screen. The Lenovo Legion Go boasts an 8.8-inch QHD display with a refresh rate of 144Hz, making any game you throw at it shine. I've discussed and showcased a variety of large PC handhelds here on the channel, but the question is whether the Lenovo Legion Go doesn't make them all look like miniatures. In fact, placed side by side with my Steam Deck OLED, suddenly my Steam Deck feels more or less pocketable. And believe me, that's the first time I've felt that. The large size of course comes with both advantages and disadvantages. The Legion Go weighs approximately 200 grams more than the Steam Deck OLED, coming in at around 850 grams. However, I want to emphasize right away that the weight is really well balanced, and during my hour-long gaming sessions I never felt that it's too heavy to continue playing or that my hands are cramping in any way. And this could of course be attributed to the generous grips that we get on this handheld. Overall, the comfort and ergonomics are really good on the Lenovo Legion Go. The next significant feature of this handheld is of course the detachable controllers. Detachable controllers are not a new concept, as we have seen them in both Nintendo's Switch and Android consoles like the Pimax Portal, but this is the first time we've seen it in a handheld PC. And although it's a fun feature that enables multiplayer split screen, I must say that I'm somewhat disappointed with the quality of these controllers. Firstly, they are unnecessarily cumbersome to detach from the screen, and it almost feels like I'm breaking them every time I remove them. Secondly, they feel lightweight, plastic and cheap. However, Lenovo has an ace up its sleeve here, namely its third control mode, the FPS mode. With the included plastic stand, you can magnetically attach your right controller and use it as a joystick/mouse with the sensor underneath the controller. It should be noted that for FPS games, this is not something I recommend, however, as it painfully reminds me of how superior it is to use a regular gaming mouse. However, I see a potential use for this control type in simulator games like City Skylines or perhaps The Sims. And if none of these control methods appeal to you, you can of course connect a wireless controller of your choice via Bluetooth and play remotely, pretending that your Legion Go is a small portable screen instead. In fact, let's linger on the screen for a moment. If we set aside the more or less gimmicky controllers, this is probably what will sell the Legion Go to people. With the same performance as the ROG Ally, this is what sets them apart. The 8.8-inch IPS touchscreen is truly wonderful to play on. Unfortunately, it's not OLED, which means you won't get exactly the same pitch black dark environments as for example the Steam Deck OLED has. However, the contrast is good, and for an IPS screen, I really think it gets the job done. In terms of software, Lenovo has some work to do. Several of the games I tried to play during my tests simply refused to work with the device in handheld mode, so I had to activate the FPS mode to be able to play, for example Black Mesa. It's possible that there might be tweaks and key bindings to make it playable in handheld mode, but it was definitely not possible out of the box. This is definitely Steam Deck's biggest advantage over its competitors, as most games just work there. And when you're in a game, you can press this button to bring up the game toolbar overlay. From here we can adjust a lot of settings on the go. We can for instance shift performance modes between power saving and performance. In addition to increasing the TDP when selecting performance mode, the fans will sound roughly like a random jet engine. What? You don't believe me? Anyway, besides switching between some pre-defined TDP modes, you can also manually set your Legion Go to draw 30 watts for those really hard to run AAA games. But keep in mind that this will also melt your battery in the process. Next tab, the one that looks like a cogwheel, will have other options. Here you can change screen brightness and sound levels, as well as instantly swap between a few different resolutions and between 60 and 144 Hz refresh rates. You can also enable a frame monitor to keep track of your FPS or CPU and GPU temps. The next tab is dedicated to the controls. From here you can switch between Xbox layout or not. You can choose the vibration level or switch between different LED schemes for your thumbsticks. Of course, you can also turn off LED entirely. And the next tab contains those handy Windows settings and shortcuts if you want to exit out of a game or application instantly, for example. But that's actually it for my brief overview of the Lenovo Legion Go. I will keep playing with this massive unit for the upcoming weeks and also try out some high-end emulation to see what it's capable of. Please let me know in a comment down below if there's any specific game that you would like to see tested in an upcoming video. Also let me know what you think of the controls. Is this just a gimmick or can you see a potential use for them? Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and also please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, Tech Cravers out!